Hello, welcome to the Mark Janot Show, the cybersecurity show. Before I begin, this is a disclaimer. Do not use the information in this video for any illegal or unethical reasons, right? Because let me tell you something. If you hack public Wi-Fi networks without, or any Wi-Fi networks without explicit consent, it is illegal and you can be prosecuted. I'm going to cover two methods of how hackers would hack public Wi-Fi networks or networks in general. Meaning, number one, the first method is man-in-the-middle attack and ARP spoofing. I'm going to discuss the tools to use and how to use those tools. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. So basically, a man in the middle is the first one I'm going to cover, right? And that is a attack, right? It's a cyber attack where an attacker secretly intercepts and eavesdrops on communications between two parties who believe they are directly communicating with each other. So the attacker could capture sensitive data like personal information, passwords, banking details, and potentially alter or manipulate the communication without, the parties being aware. So this attack is particularly dangerous on public Wi-Fi because attackers can set up fake Wi-Fi networks, right, that mimic legitimate public networks, tricking users into connecting to them. Once connected, the attacker acts as a gatekeeper to the internet for the victim, enabling them to intercept data transmissions, perform SSL stripping to remove encryption, or hijack DNS to redirect users to malicious sites. Now, public Wi-Fi networks are often unsecured or poorly secured, making it easy for attackers to exploit these networks to harvest sensitive information from multiple victims. Now, the first tool we're going to talk about and use, or not use, but I'm just going to discuss the steps that you would use while using it, is BetterCap. So you're going to need a Linux machine, preferably Kali Linux, right? So BetterCap, once it's installed, basically, and a Wi-Fi card capable of monitor mode. Now, the step-by-step to use BetterCap is you have to enable IP forwarding first. So configure your system to forward packets, allowing intercepted traffic to flow, right? And you can use this code on the screen. So start BetterCap and select the interface. So launch BetterCap, choosing the appropriate network interface, whether it's WLAN 0 for Wi-Fi, ETH 0 for internet, etc. Those kinds of things with this code on the screen, right? Then in regards to network reconnaissance, you have to identify live hosts on the network. So with this code on the screen. So configure ARP spoofing, set the target device you wish to intercept, right? That's basically replacing with the victim's IP, right? This code on the screen. Then start packet sniffing, right? Activate packet sniffing to capture traffic with this code on the screen. Optionally, you can filter specific traffic with this code on the screen. So you're going to want to intercept the HTTPS traffic to capture unencrypted HTTP or attempt SSL stripping, right, with this code on the screen. Then analyze the data, right? Capture the traffic logs, basically are displayed in the terminal or saved to a file for examination with tools like Wireshark. So you want to stop the attack and restore the network. When finished, the code on the screen right here, right? Note basically on more, Wi-Fi specific attacks, right? For basically Wi-Fi man in the middle, whether it's evil twin attacks, you can use this code on the screen, right? And, basically monitor mode and a compatible wireless card are required, right? Now, that's the first way. The second method I'm going to discuss in this video is basically ARP, right? And basically ARP means address resolution protocol. Spoof attack basically is a type of man-in-the-middle attack, right? It's basically a variant of the attack that I just basically described, the first method. Now, basically where the attacker sends a falsified ARP messages over a local network, right? These messages trick devices into associating the attacker's MAC address with the IP address of a legitimate device like a default gateway. Now, as a result of that, network traffic meant for the legitimate device is redirected to the attacker, who can then intercept, modify, or disrupt the data flow without being detected. Now, this attack is very dangerous when it comes to public Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi in general, because they are typically unsecured, right? Again, they are typically unsecured, and Wi-Fi, if not If it doesn't have that many layers, it's also just generally unsecured as well. And they have multiple connected devices, making it easier for attackers to join the same local network. Now, on public Wi-Fi, an attacker can eavesdrop on sensitive information such as login credentials, financial data, and personal messages. Now, additionally, they can inject malicious code, alter information in transit, or launch denial of service attacks, basically severely compromising user privacy and security. Now, here's the second method, right? And we're going to use the ARP spoof tool. And the step-by-step to do that, right, you want to set up, obviously, with the setup and the prerequisites, right? You're going to have to use a Linux-based system, which is often, Kali Linux, that has the ARP spoof tool pre-installed. And you're also going to have access to the same network as the target, whether it's, a public Wi-Fi, etc., right? Then identify the IP address of the victim machine, the target, and the gateway or the router on the network. You're going to have to verify network connectivity, right? Use ping to make sure the victim's IP is reachable and added to your ARP cache. Now check your ARP table with the command ARP to see existing IP MAC mappings. Then you're going to have to enable the IP forwarding, right? So modern Linux systems disable IP forwarding by default. So you can temporarily enable it by running this code on the screen. So this allows your machine to forward traffic between the victim and the gateway. Then you have to run ARP spoof, right? Use the following syntax to start ARP spoofing with this code on the screen, right? As an example, and this code on the screen as well. So this tells the victim that your MAC address is associated with the gateway IP and vice versa, redirecting traffic through your machine. Then there is the analysis and the traffic capture of that, right? So you have to open another terminal and start a packet capture tool such as Wireshark targeting your network interface, right? With this code on the screen. You can use filters like HTTP to isolate interesting traffic like login credentials on HTTP sites. Then you have to monitor and capture the sensitive data, right? Watch for unencrypted traffic or cookies and credentials in captured packets, since HTTPS traffic will be encrypted and mostly not interceptable without additional techniques. Then you want to stop and clean up, right? When finished, stop ARP spoofing and disable IP forwarding by this code on the screen. Then flush your ARP cache if necessary to restore normal traffic. Now, some notes that you want to keep in mind is this method exploits a local network vulnerability and works best on LAN or Wi-Fi networks without proper security like strong encryption and no mutual authentication. So many modern networks use protections like DHCP, basically snooping, a dynamic ARP inspection, and HTTPS that limit the effectiveness of ARP spoofing. Now, those are the two methods to use if you don't want to, basically get hacked via Wi-Fi, whether it's man in the middle or ARP spoofing, whether it's your Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi, etc. Now, there are ways that you can, protect yourself when using Wi-Fi and, basically using Wi-Fi in general, so that you decrease your likelihood of being a victim to these two methods that I just discussed in this video. Now, basically, how you can use, you can use a VPN, that's a virtual private network, to encrypt your data and secure your connection on public networks or your networks, right? You can avoid accessing or transmitting sensitive information such as passwords, credit card details, or personal identifiers while, on public Wi-Fi or just any Wi-Fi that's a little bit sketchy, right? Because you could be home, but your Wi-Fi may not be secure too, right? You have to stick to websites with HTTPS in the URL to ensure your data is encrypted during the transmission. You want to disable automatic connection to public networks and turn off file sharing on your device to prevent unauthorized access. You want to use strong, unique passwords and enable two-factor authentication on your important accounts for added security. You want to log out of accounts when finished and forget the public network on your device to avoid automatic reconnections. You want to keep your device's operating system, apps, and antivirus software up to date to protect against security vulnerabilities. So that's what I have for you today. Please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. If you appreciate this video and you want more videos like this, please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. Also hit that notification bell so you are alerted when I upload new videos. I appreciate your viewership. Stay safe. See you on the next video.